welcome back to the Project K podcast. My name is Keenan Rogers, your host, and for this episode, I am joined here by Te Kahui. Thanks for being here, bro.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
I'm really good. Really good.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. So, you're a rapper. Would you say you're a rapper? Or you say you're like a music artist? Or would you classify yourself as anything else? Or
Rapper, artist, creative.
Yeah, TikTok stuff?
Yeah, TikTok, social media, personality, I guess.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about your background. Like, where you from? Like, have you always been into music? Have you always wanted to do this?
Well, I'm from Ōtepoti, Dunedin, and I've been there my whole life, about 19 years. And then I moved up here this year, just had my 20th birthday in Pōneke, Wellington, and I'm loving it here. But yeah, I always knew I wanted to do creative stuff. But just figuring out what that means and who I am, it's been a process, but I feel like I'm slowly working on it and getting better at that every day.
Yeah.
I definitely want to make music. I definitely want to inspire and uplift people and just create and be creative and have lots of fun.
Yeah. And you've always been a creative person, even from a young age?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So when did you start doing music? Like, when was the first time you had any kind of interest in doing music?
My sister was really cool and she had a good music taste, I'd say. And she loaded up my iPod with a bunch of tunes, and that was just what I was bumping.
Yeah.
Some Kendrick, some Kanye, just some hip hop, bit of groovy tunes, and I'd rap along to it. And I just got really good at rapping along to the words, like I just know them all back to front, and it helped develop an understanding of flows and cadence and melodies. And then probably, I think I was in year 11 at school, I started to dabble in the music. My mate had made a song and I was like, holy shit, that's cool, but I reckon I could do that as well, and I reckon I could do it better. And a bit of healthy competition started with me and him, and then made my first song, and it was amazing. The ideas are amazing, but it's like, it was shit at the same time with the execution of the ideas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I've always had that vision there that I could get better, and just been trotting along, making progress slowly.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're doing pretty well. I've been keeping tabs on you, man, ever since you were in Dunners. Have you told your sister about that? Like, does she kind of hold you to that?
No, she doesn't hold me to that, but I've definitely told her because she knows I draw a lot of influence from her. Like, I looked up to her a lot. She's a bit older, about 14-year age gap.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's cool, man. So tell me about the music scene in Dunedin. I mean, very unfamiliar with it. I just so happened to come across you from a song you did with an Auckland artist. So what's going on in Dunedin?
well, there was not that much going on from my personal experience, but I feel like I have connected myself more up here in Pōneke and the music scene up here than I did in Ōtepoti. And yeah, so I can't really comment too much. I know there's a lot of drum and bass.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of bands.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of hip hop going on down there, but I think it's like blooming. It's getting more. They've got like really great facilities down there at the uni. So
Yeah. Is that why you came up to Wellington? Did you know the scene in Wellington before you actually came here?
yeah, a little bit. I knew that there were just more people up here. There were more creatives, and I just wanted a fresh start and a place to just be me in my own way without any preconceived ideas of who Te Kahui is.
Yeah. I just want to roll back to what I mentioned before about the song you had done with an Auckland artist. You actually told me about this. Could you share with the people how you wrote your verse or your section on Millions with Ash Supe?
So me and Ash linked up through Instagram, and I think either he sent me a DM or I sent him a DM. And just started that rolling, and we were sharing songs, just having a yarn, and then he sent me millions, and I heard that shit. I was like, whoa, I really like this song. The beat's crazy, the fucking, I don't know, the melodies and all that shit. It just started flowing in my brain. And at the time I was at Bishop Shield, which was a drama camp for the weekend, and I had so much free time. But while we were in the van driving up, while we were in the van driving up, I just fully wrote my verse in the back of the car, just like, just like timing it into notes, bumping it through the fucking headphones. And I knew that it was going to slap. Like, I could hear the melodies, I could hear all of the notes I was hitting. And I was like, yeah, this is fucking on. And then as soon as we got back from the camp, like the second lockdown hit. And I went out to my mate's house to stay out there for lockdown because he lives out kind of by the coast in Tairymouth, and recorded it out there. And yeah, it was just fucking dope.
Yeah, no, I remember when I heard that one, because honestly, I mean, I did say this to you, but nothing to add to pay. You did really great on the track, but I feel like you did really stand out on that song, which is why, I had to look further. I was like, okay, what else has this guy done? Because yeah, man, you honestly killed that track. You said you were in drama school, right?
Well, it was just drama class for Kevner, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you study at the moment, or do you?
Nah, I'm studyless.
Yeah.
Considering going next year and getting a fees for a year and just going to the lectures I want and using the facilities, and then dropping out after the next year.
You're very honest about that. No, I appreciate that. Now you go under the name. Well, it is your name, Te Kahui. Had you thought of going under like an alter ego or like an artist name? Because I thought I could have swore I saw you change your name for a second to, is it Mook?
Briefly, Mook. I had a few names that I brainstormed before.
Yeah.
There's this one, Young Boy Astro, which I thought was dope. I feel like he'd be more like a melodic rapper, kind of like the stuff on Millions. Mook has just been a nickname I've had for like a long time. And I got really excited one day and I was like, yeah, I'm going to change my name to Mook. And then as soon as I did, regretted it instantly. I was like, fuck. I'm going to need to just... Yeah, I kept quiet. I didn't tell anyone.
No, yeah.
Changed it on Spotify as well. And I was like, oh shit, I got to change it back.
Oh, damn.
No, it was sweet. It all worked out in the end. It doesn't even matter, but it was just funny. Learned my lesson. I was like, okay, think a bit more before you just make any rash decisions.
It definitely wasn't a good idea. Earlier I mentioned, you might not call yourself this, but I see a lot of your content on TikTok, and it's awesome to see you posting so much on a platform that gets like amazing outreach on there. And when you actually, the more you listen to your TikToks and watch them, you know that they're all about positivity, and it's a bit more of an insight into who you are as a person as well. Like, why did you just start posting like so much of that kind of content? Like, yeah, just tell me about that.
I think with my posting, it will be an ever-evolving thing. And I really don't want to hold myself to one specific style of content, one specific kind of message. But what's really resonated with people is just my own thoughts and my own kind of outlook on life. Because I am a pretty optimistic person and generally pretty positive as well. And I prefer to be that way. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. And yeah, because it was resonating with people, just kind of kept doing it. And it's built its own wee momentum now. And it's all like a wee snowball rolling down the hill. But it was a process of figuring things out. One of my mates is a bit of a bigger creator on TikTok. And he was just giving me wee tips and guiding me a little bit along the way of how to do it. Like, he was like, King, this is great, but you need to change this, this, and this. I'm like, all right, I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I listened to him, like, just took on his advice. It really helped. And helped me build momentum. But just trying to be authentic as possible and just to be myself, really, I think is the best thing. The more that I stray away from that or try to be some kind of personality or some kind of thing that I'm not, it doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't come off as genuine, and it doesn't feel as good to make. So that's why I think it'll be ever evolving thing as well as I change and grow.
Yeah, no, because I see a lot of the comments on the videos, and it's true, like there are a lot of people that really do resonate with a lot of the content that you make, and even around, I just recently saw this around, like, you know, people wanting to stop smoking as well, and you know, wanting to get sober as well, and you know, you actually sharing how you feel on that kind of
opening up a bit about it.
Yeah.
I think it helps to draw from real experiences and real pain points in my own life, because it's getting that idea out there that people aren't alone with that stuff as well. And that, you know, fuck tons of people smoke weed and fuck tons of people struggle with it. Not saying that weed's bad. I'm not saying that anything like that either. I know that it can be an issue for people, and like me talking about it, opening up, can allow other people to feel comfortable to do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because as soon as people see that, you know, someone else is, you know, sharing their story and sharing that they kind of struggled with it as well, you know, they'll kind of feel like,
created a safe space.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's really what people need, is they need a safe space to, you know, slowly open up, because not everyone moves at such a fast pace. Not saying that you move at a fast pace, but no, you're just, you know, people just slowly coming to terms with it and being like, you know, maybe I should, you know, just stop. And you know, it's good to see someone kind of like, you know, shedding light on that. And because like you said, it's, you know, not saying that it's bad and everyone should stop, but you know, for those few that do want to stop,
they can.
Because do you post those videos on Instagram as well?
Yeah. Cross-platform sharing.
And so a lot of this content that you make and that you put out, it's definitely shows like what kind of person you are. And is there like an overall message as well that you're trying to get across to people, and that you want people to ultimately see when they watch one of your videos?
It changes from video to video, and there's like general messages. Right now, it definitely is that positivity focus. But I really want people to feel okay to just be themselves to the fullest degree. In a good way, though. Because you can think you're being yourself, and you can be a bit of a dickhead sometimes. I know I've done that. So doing it in a way that is nice and spreads out good vibes and just love to the world. I'd prefer it. I'd love it if we could all love each other.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's good to hear, man. It's good to meet someone who's got that kind of outlook on life. Especially at such a young age as well.
Thank you.
But I want to get back to the music side. Tell me about your first performance, because I know you've got a performance coming up next
May
week.
4th, Valhalla.
May 4th, is it? Yeah, Eliezer.
Yeah.
So tell me about your first performance. Was that in Dunners? Or?
Yeah, it was in Dunners. I think technically my first performance was at Kevner, my high school. We did it in front of about 12 people in the auditorium at lunchtime.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. We'd been practicing a little bit down at a studio down there, and we were pretty used to just like performing and singing. And so actually doing it on stage, it was with my friend Lewis Chinula, or Xylee. Yeah. It was so much fun. I'd say the first proper performance was the one at U-Bar because there were like fucking 300 people there or something. Okay?
Yeah.
Like U-Bar's always packed out on the Wednesday uni nights. It was just so exciting and exhilarating, and I fucking loved it. It just made me want to get up on stage again for the next time and the next time and the next time. Got a wee like fire burning inside me because that time was like, it was just crazy. The crowd response, just the energy, feeling it flowing through the room. Like it was just magical, honestly. And fun.
Yeah.
I've been going to the open mic nights at Moonbar a lot.
Yeah, I've seen you posting that. Yeah.
And working with live bands and just kind of doing it on the spot.
Yeah.
Because I want more experience doing live, because I want to be able to create an absolutely amazing live performance for people, especially if I'm like in a position to be doing a tour or, you know, going places. I want to really provide a lot of value to the people. So honing in on my craft as well, just practicing rapping, which is like I've been focusing more over the melodic stuff recently, like on rapping and the words I'm saying and the meaning behind it. It kind of happened around the same time that I was thinking of the positivity TikToks or videos. Because I feel a bit more purpose behind my music as well. Like I'm not necessarily just making it to make it.
Yeah.
I'm making it to like inspire people, you know, let them in on my life, just sharing stuff. And when you do shit like that, it's real and it resonates. And I think it has a bigger impact. Although I also do have pretty fire melodies and shit. Like,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that latest freestyle. Was that actually a freestyle that you did as well?
I did it in one take.
Yeah.
I was very proud of that.
That is awesome. That's so awesome to hear. Because I think, like, even when I look at like the content that you put out, and then I look at the freestyle that you did on that song, I was like, this is the same person. This is the same person. Yeah.
Well, I made that last year as well, but I think there's also two sides to me, and I'm also just kind of working on developing my own music style. It's in a bit of the works at the moment. I feel like I will lean less towards saying motherfuckers talking shit, sucking dicks, and just more towards like stuff that has more meaning and substance.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like like with those videos, it's an ever evolving process.
Yeah.
I'm still just figuring so much shit out.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of time.
100%.
So are you? Oh no, actually, let's go back. Tell me how you managed to get on as one of the openers for Elias's tour as well, because as soon as I saw that pop up and I saw your name, I was like, yes, you got on. Yes, tell me about that. Did he contact you? Did his manager contact you?
It all started from the Million song, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because just making that connection with Ash, and we're just bros now, really. We've never even met in person, but we're homies. We have calls sometimes, yarn about life. And then Ash and Ellie were just quite good mates as well along that whole journey. And about maybe 2-3 weeks before he announced the tour, I had a call with Ali. Like I asked him, can I have a call, just talk over some mixing stuff and give me some techniques? Because I really liked his new album.
That's good,
Yeah. Fucking cried. Stick to memories. Pulled on my heartstrings. But yeah, I was looking over his thing, taking some notes over the choruses and the doubles and like how he makes it sound mean, and just asked him if he could break it down for me. And we had a proper yarn, like a proper heart-to-heart over Discord. And on my birthday, actually, his manager hits me up and was like, yo, do you want to come do a sweet show at Valhalla May 4th for fucking... I'm like, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, because it's is Ash coming down for the... Yeah, so it's you, Ash, beautiful. And I think there was
Mikey.
Yeah, and Mikey as well, that's right. Yeah. So 4th of May, Valhalla. If you don't have your tickets, get it. It's...
You can get the ticket link in my bio.
Yeah, in his bio. Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Are we? Because I'll definitely be there at the show.
Me too.
Of course. So yeah. Will we hear new music from Te Kahui?
Probably in the next few weeks, at least the next 3 weeks, I'll probably be announcing something. It's just, I'm really trying to refine a lot of my stuff and make sure I've got a sound that I'm like, yeah, that's mean, that sounds mean, I can put that out. But at the same time, try not to overthink too much, try not to stress out too much. Because like you said, I've got time, I can make mistakes, I could even put out like a song that people are like, what the fuck, wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
But I think I've got some cool stuff ready. I want to stay consistent on posting, like, and releasing new music as well, and just building up my own catalogue so that I can be like, you know, when people go over to my Spotify, there's not just 5 songs, there's like maybe, you know, 10, 15, 20, however many.
Yeah.
And further in the future, just looking towards doing actual EP body of work rather than just like singles.
Yeah.
But we will see. There's a lot in the unknown that I'm not entirely sure of, but figuring it out.
What does the rest of 2023 look like for Te Kahui?
Going with the flow and following my heart as much as possible, taking care of myself, trying to build up the socials, create some validity as a creator and like build up my community, more music. Just working on myself in many different ways and the many different roles that I kind of choose to fill as an artist, as a family member, as a friend, as a influencer, I guess. And just the whole shebang-a-lang.
Yeah. No, yeah, man, that's good to hear. Being in Wellington for... How long have you been in Wellington for?
2 months.
2 months. For the 2 months that you've been in Wellington, what's your idea of the city? Like, how are you enjoying it?
I'm fucking loving it. For the first month, I didn't really leave the house that much, other than to go to like Muay Thai or go to the grocery store. Yeah. And I was spending too much time in my room, I think. Just like, I was making music, I was being productive, but not really doing enough good shit. Cuba Duba hit, and I started, like, I went there, and it changed everything for me. Seeing all of the cool artists, going up and just being able to talk to them, getting that, you know, just that connection, meeting them face to face, and just saying hi and seeing all the talent was so inspiring. Will McLean was one that really stuck out to me that night because of the jazz stuff and rap he was doing.
Yeah.
I really want to be able to create that as well for myself. And it was just amazing to see all the cool people doing their cool stuff and them just being cool and kind. And then I started going out more, started doing more things, just walking around town, walking around the city. I had more of a smile on my face. I was a bit more upbeat and started making the TikToks more, blah, blah, blah. Everything has kind of been cascading like that snowball I was talking about. Yeah. And it's just like, it just keeps picking up. Yeah. Really? Started going to the open mic nights, started just conversating, meeting people and enjoying my time as much as I could. Well, just ended up enjoying my time so much more. Yeah. And I feel so connected now in Wellington. I feel like there's so many creative people here who are so kind and just happy to give you the time of day to have a conversation, to see what you're up to. And they genuinely care. And it's dope.
That's cool, man. That's good to hear. Wellington's it's a cool place, and I feel it's very exciting at the moment, especially within music, because from a lot of the artists that I've come across, everyone has kind of got that similar mindset of wanting to bring everyone else up. Like, it's not just...
It's a smart idea.
Not just one person kind of taking that throne, but just wanting everyone to just kind of, you know, help each other. And, you know, that's how we...
There's the whole fucking world out there of people that could listen to your stuff or go take you on a tour somewhere or go listen to your thing, and the whole country as well. I don't think there's any limit on how many people of us can, like, get uplifted, really. And like you said, that dude has 100 people on the spreadsheet. But that's not really that many people, to be honest. Not at all. Especially compared to the whole fucking world. And we're in the internet era where, like, shit doesn't have to just be in Wellington. It can be popping over there and there and there and there.
Yeah.
So there's way more opportunity than there. Like, there's abundance.
Yeah, like I'm seeing that a lot more now, like, because we're in like this era of music where, you know, they only need like a laptop and a mic just to make their own beats, to make their own music, and like artists can really just market themselves and just navigate their way through the music industry on their own, and it's awesome to see, because like you said, there's heaps of people out there, and the music scene is just bubbling right now, and it's crazy. Yeah.
It's just better to be kind to people as well.
Yeah.
Always better to be kind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
Or respectful to some degree. Just depends if they're like a proper dickhead or not.
I think it's...
You still remain respectful, I mean, like, get out.
Yeah, well, you know, like...
But that barely happens, to me anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, they're gonna call me off. Oh, God. So you mentioned Will McLean earlier. Are there any other artists in Wellington that stand out to you?
I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but there are quite a few actually. There's like quite a few. I've been like meeting people even just like at Massey University, meeting people with the open mic nights and stuff. I think, well, Mikey, of course, he's really dope. Yeah. But he's like up in Auckland at the moment. Chase Woods, and but there's so many people. Like there's actually so many people.
Yeah, it's hard to boil it down.
Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah.
Reese is probably my favorite guy in Wellington, for like just his style. It's like pretty unique.
Have you found it difficult to navigate yourself as an artist in terms of like networking with other people, and you know, coming from Dunedin to Wellington, you've only been here a couple months, like you found it difficult to a certain degree?
It was difficult when I was trying to force it and try and force conversations and force situations to happen. Yeah. I'm much more in the process of just letting it flow now.
Oh, we got.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, just letting it flow, let things happen, because if I let it happen, whatever conversation I was meant to have, I'll have. And whatever one I wasn't meant to have, I won't have. And I feel like things will happen at the right time for me if I just follow my heart.
Yeah. That's a good, what's the word? That's a good, fuck, the word's escaping me right now. Okay, I'll just say that's a good outlook to have on life, I guess.
It's tricky. It's not always easy to just follow your heart, but it's what works for me.
Okay, so you've got this performance coming up next week. Do you have anything else lined up in terms like performance-wise, or will you just be doing open mic nights and that?
For now, probably just the open mic nights, but if opportunities rise, I'll definitely be taking them. Yeah. I think it's just a process of doing it, being seen, talking to people, making connections. Because you never know who's like needs someone for a thing, for a whatever. Yeah. Because I might be spitting some raps tomorrow at the Rogan Vagabond just for like a little bit with like Raw Collective and Young Ghost. I linked up with him the other day, Young Ghost, and we just made a wee check. It was mean. Because but the reason I met up with him was because I met to Moonbar to a garage gig he was doing the other day and just talked to him, had a conversation. And he asked me, do you want to spit some things on the mic, MC for a minute, like while we was doing that? And I was like, yeah, spit some bars. And then it was fire. And he was like, you should come around one time. Came around, made a song. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, blah, 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 blah. So you can see what I mean, how one thing leads to another thing, eh?
Yeah, it's kind of just like, you know, like a domino effect. Like one thing just leads to another, and it does help to have that optimistic mindset that you do have as well.
Belief is the most powerful tool, I reckon. Using your own mind to your advantage and not to your disadvantage. Because those negative beliefs just hold you back in like the most silly ways and stop you from taking action and stop you from doing shit. But if you believe that there's a chance that you could do something, then you'll be more likely to do it. And even if it doesn't work out, it's okay.
Yeah. I feel like that just answered my last question, which was, if you had any advice for anyone out there, what would it be? On top of what you just said, if you did have anything else.
Have fun, be kind, believe in yourself.
Awesome. You heard it here from Te Kahui. Thank you so much for being on the pod, man. I really appreciate it.
Having me.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's good. 4th of May, Valhalla. I said it before, but I think I can say it better. Elias's tour is coming to Wellington. You got Te Kahui opening, you got Ash Supe, you got Mikey. And did I mention it's Elias's tour? Be there.
Or be square.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And that is us.
Yeah, boy.